courageous road of resistance, fighting not only against the Nigerian government, but against the world.
If you do not believe in what we are doing, then you better get out. We're not going to stop.
Going to lower the flag of Nigeria and raise the flag of the United States of Biafra.
Again, every time Nigeria is ringing bell. If I look on news, it is bell. If I look social media, it is problem. Eh? When I should be drinking coffee, they will make me to come online. They don't want to have me to rest. But you know what? You know what? The spirit in me, the Biafra spirit in me, I said, when I told you, if Nnamdi is looking for 100 people, I promise that I have 50 in me. You have not seen anything. It is not by my power. It is not by my power. It is not by my power. But, you know, as my own oru, I am a you understand? Till Biafra come. But, today you are going to receive sense. The crypto, Nigeria crypto. As they are crippling your economy, they close border. They close the border. ESN came out automatically, you know, weaponized. It shocked them. It shocked them. They said, this border no work. This close of border no work. Now, how do we stop the funding now of this Sunday or Igbo? How do we stop the contribution? Let us stop the crypto. Because they were following Nigerians, southern Nigerians. Use crypto. We should open crypto. Crypto. We use crypto. Don't use the Western Union. Don't use this. They say, so these people are doing crypto. Okay, let us slash them. Bah! They are not considering the economic impact of crypto. No. They are not considering how much the crypto is bringing to Nigeria economy. Their agenda is not to make Nigeria progress. No. They have a better agenda. Now you get the point. Now you get the point. My only problem is that why is it that you must wait? Was Thomas born in Nigeria? Is Thomas a Nigerian? Is Thomas in the Bible in Nigeria? Are you a lineage of Thomas? Are you a lineage of Thomas? All of you have Thomas blood in your vein. How did you get Thomas blood in your vein? That it must happen to you first before you understand. We hear more in Anubia. You hear more kind of man. Woo! When we are telling you, you don't know, no, we are telling you, even we are not prophets, but everything we have said, everything we open this mouth to say, if it don't happen today, it will happen tomorrow. I want you to go from the beginning of this struggle, from the beginning. In fact, even the one that we are not sure of, once God asks us to say it, we will say it and God will do it. Hey! Nwanne nwoke dịrị obi m mma, ọ dị mma. Ihe mere dị mma, ihe mere dị mma, ihe mere dị mma, oh, ihe mere I said, did you see the prayer? May God harden the
Email
heart
addresses
of the
attached
leaders in
to that.
Nigeria, so that we will tell them, the world may know that Obi is no longer a boy. I remember when we used to read the history of the Greeks, the Greek gods. I don't know, you know, of course you don't read all those things in Africa.
So much.
The history of the Greek gods. Medusa, they say Medusa is she look at, when you look at Medusa, you turn into she would dry you and you become stone. Medusa have snake, you know, her hair, Medusa's hair.
If you do not believe in what we are doing, then you better get out. We're not going to stop. God knows we can never stop until Biafra is restored. We are peace-loving people. We abhor death and killing of another soul. It's in our nature, that's how we are. But because of that, they have been coming and killing us all these years. We've kept quiet. They've been killing and killing and killing quiet. We have a case at the ICC. We have a case at Africa Union. We have a case at, what else again? Pending before the UN in New York. We've been to Geneva to tender our case. Before UN, till today, nothing. In fact, the more we complain to them, the more they come to abduct and rape our children, the more they come to kill us, the more they want to take over our land and our forests. And who told them that's going to be possible in our time? In a time, in a movement that I lead, you think you can come into our land and take it over? Oh dear. That means you don't know who we are.
Who are those? They claim that are the Igbo Union or Igbo community. These are people that doesn't have profile. There is no single profile. Nothing. There is nothing to write home about. So onye are there assign I say because you know I say na to Vanguard. Vanguard because Vanguard is looking for anybody. Just if you want to be noticed today in Nigeria, call yourself one thing. You can give yourself even Igbozurume. When we're doing Igbozurume, take one name now. Just right, Samonekpa. You drag Samonekpa to Washington. You drag Samonekpa. Bam. It may appear. If you want to advertise your organization, and you have been trying and nobody is listening to you, if you want your organization to be published on Nigerian newspaper, write that Simon Ekpa, that you are taking Simon Ekpa to the highest court in the world. Bam! You are going to appear on Vanguard.
Leader Nnamdi, who has been held by the Nigeria terrorist state in the DSS dungeon, now going to 5 years for nothing. That man did not commit any crime. But the Nigeria government, President Tinubu, continued to hold Nnamdi, despite the United Nations order that have told Nigeria to release Nnamdi and compensate him. The special committee that was set up by the United Nations to investigate the case of Nnamdi versus Nigeria. That committee under the United Nations have mandated Nigeria to immediately release Nnamdi and compensate him. Has Nigeria done that today? No. They are still holding him. Why? Because of us. They do not want Biafra to be free. That is the only reason Nigeria is holding our leader, Nnamdi. Nothing else. They want to continue to kill us. They want to continue to take our mineral resources for free and ship it to Europe. They want to continue to suppress, marginalize, and oppress us. That is what Nigeria does. Nigeria does not respect any human rights organization. It does not respect all the organizations in the world they signed treaty with as an independent nation. Nigeria do not respect them. If Nigeria does not obey the order of the United Nations to free Nnamdi Kanu, who will they respect? United Nations should have expelled Nigeria as a member state of the United Nations for disobeying their order. But UN has not done that. They want to play the neutral game. They want to be on the sideline. They've commanded Nigeria to live in Nnamdi Kanu. Nigeria refused to live in Nnamdi Kanu. What did the United Nations do? Absolutely nothing. They are just there. Nothing. Once we fully start to defend ourselves from this Nigerian state that is killing us, then you will see United Nations, they'll start coming in. That is what they are waiting for. But they know the right thing to do. They have ordered Nigeria to release Nnamdi Kanu. Nigeria has refused to release Nnamdi Kanu. What has United Nations done for Nigeria to disobey their order? What have they done? Absolutely nothing. The world is watching.
Welcome. Thank you for joining us today on another episode. Wherever you are joining from, I urge you to like and share this program. Share to all platforms, share to family and friends. We have come again for another bomb blast. You remember, every day we have an exposition to make. Today we are going to expose one of the saboteurs. A saboteur came yesterday and made a broadcast. And in that broadcast, they tried to accuse the Deputy Prime Minister of different kinds of things. These are people who are chasing shadows, people who have nothing to offer, but they want to be in power. They come, they swear with their gods, they swear with whatever they believe. They say Spirit told them and Spirit did not tell them. Lies. These are a bunch of liars. These are the people that are holding the restoration of Biafra ransom. They have come yesterday to make a broadcast. And we are going to expose that broadcast today. We're going to analyze and open up and show you how criminal-minded those people are. These are the people you must run away from. Any place you see them, run. All they are looking for is money. They want Biafrans to contribute their money into their hand. And because Biafrans have refused to contribute money, they are bringing everybody they know. Today, they have brought an elderly woman who's supposed to respect herself and plan her way to eternity. An old woman who has been respected all this while, who is supposed to be calm and keep silent if she doesn't know what to say. But they forced her out to come and disgrace her. They forced her out to come and speak evil. They forced her to come and lie. A woman that is supposed to be amending her ways with Chukwuka Biama. A woman that is supposed to be example to the younger ones. They brought her to come and tell lies. And I'm going to expose her in this program. Please, as you join this platform, like and share. Don't watch alone. Don't watch this program alone. As you join us, invite somebody to join. It is going to be a massive exposition. And after watching this program, you will understand. Tomorrow is fundraising. The enemies of Biafra, they don't want you to fund your government. They don't want you to fund the security of your land. All they want is to take away the money that belongs to the government and make sure that the land is not protected. The same people that took the money that belonged to the government immediately after declaration and allowed the Deputy Prime Minister to run the government with empty treasury. But Biafrans say no. Biafrans continue to support the Deputy Prime Minister. Today, Biafra have left them. Nobody is contributing to them. What do? They begin to play different kinds of card of lies. They brought the ex-wife of the Deputy Prime Minister. They brought to an old woman to come and lie to Biafrans. They have brought an AI to speak and say, someone said. What else have they going to bring? They brought AI, they brought ex-wife, and now they brought an old woman. What else are they going to bring? Just to convince Biafrans to come and donate money for them for what they don't know. They went underground and they brought the people they call men on the ground. And they told them not to obey the Deputy Prime Minister, even when the Deputy Prime Minister is trying everything possible to see that they are being sponsored with little or nothing that the Biafran people are contributing. The treasury of Biafra was hijacked by the one they call Ogenkere. He hijacked everything. The finance minister, ex-finance minister, the ex-finance minister who has a double name, I don't even know what to call him, hijacked the money that belonged to Biafran people. And he ran away. That is not enough for him today. He's still trying to come back and take the new foundation, the little that the Biafrans has contributed to raise their government. And they are pushing different kinds of lie and propaganda and blackmail. It is a shame, a very big shame, more especially involving this old woman in this very propaganda and blackmail, in this evil art of fraud and stealing. I want you to pay attention to this program. Listen from beginning to end, you will understand what transpired. And I bet you me, after watching this program, your life will never be the same. Make sure you don't watch alone. Make sure as you join, you bring at least one person to join and share this program to your platform. Share it to family and friends. Share it anywhere you can. Very important. Make sure you share it so that others can join and watch this program. Please pay attention. You will be glad you did. Let's watch. There is evidence to every single thing Dr. Ngozi Orebweze is doing. There is an evidence. And everything she has told you that she has done, there is an evidence. Be patient and watch. Let's continue to watch their game. Let them play their game as they are playing, one after the other. And each time they play the game, when it is time to respond, the Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Ngozi Orebweze, will respond. I thank Chukwu Okike Abiam for the wisdom he has given her. And before I start playing this video I'm supposed to play, it's going to be a video, but I changed it to audio because I don't want idiots to be appearing on my platform. I don't want irrelevant people to be appearing on my platform. I don't. I'm going to play the voice when I'm doing the program. But it is sad. It is sad. When I looked at that program, some of you must have seen the program I'm talking about. A program was that one woman came to speak, a woman that's supposed to be a mother, a grandmother that is supposed to put things in order and talk sincerely. Even if you are scared or you don't have something to say, you keep silent. The way you disappear and go to oblivion. It will be better. Many of you must have seen that video. And when you look at that video, listen to her and see her incoherent and the lies that is written over her, you begin to wonder. People no longer has conscience. And from that very moment, I listened to a few things on that very point. I just picked some part because I don't have to waste my time on all the stories. All the stories and personal exaltation that doesn't move anybody. In 21st century, we don't care. Just like the program I did yesterday, if you go and look at the title, it is not working hardest. It is being consistent in what you are doing. In Biafra, it is not working hard. Oh, I work hardest. I'm the person who working hard. It is being consistent. Being consistent in what you are doing. When I looked at that program, I began to see, you see, when some people come and they tell you they don't care about Christianity anymore. When people come, they talk down on Christianity and they tell you they don't go to church anymore. Or when you talk about issue of Christianity, they say they don't want to be part of it again. This is the things that is making them say so. I don't blame them. I do not blame them. It is not everybody that can control seeing all this nonsense that people parade in the name of Christianity. It is not everybody that can tolerate it. People parade a lot of nonsense in the name of religion. In the name of religion. When you want to tell a lie, you present religion. Things that you have to apply common sense. As you claim to be an elderly person, with your old age, you have come to the age where you can sit back and think as a human being without any spiritual inclination. You don't, there are certain things, do you need a spirit? Do you need spirit to tell you to eat before you eat? When you are hungry, do you need spirits to tell you go and cook food and prepare food and eat before you eat? Of course, you don't need a spirit to tell you to eat before you eat. But what we see today is people who come and use spirits and put, when they want to lie to you, they will tell you spirits told them. Spirit, which spirit is talking to you? Something only you sit in your heart and concoct and put together. How is that my business? How does that legitimize what you're saying? That some spirit, which spirit told you, that some spirit is talking to you, who cares? We are talking about practical things we can see. We are talking about common sense, applying common sense. We are talking about the rule of things, how things are done as human beings. And there you are, talking about spirit said and spirit did not say. And from what I saw there, I'm reaching to a conclusion that anybody that comes in my platform to speak, please, going forward, you come to my platform to speak, don't tell me about spirit said. If you are in spirit, make sure you go back to human before you appear in this platform to speak. Keep your spiritual whatever back home or wherever you want to keep it. If you cannot talk without spirit, you better stay away from this platform. Whatever spirit that is functioning with you, excuse that spirit. If you want to appear here, excuse that spirit. Come here as a human. Let us discuss as a human being with common sense. Going forward, I will not tolerate that for somebody to come and tell me, I saw this, my spirit said, my spirit did not say, my father said, my grandfather said. Rubbish. All those are nonsense. Absolute nonsense. When you are hungry, your spirit doesn't come and tell you to go and prepare food to eat. When it is time to sleep, spirit will not tell you to go and sleep. You have to go and sleep. You wake up in the morning, you know the time to take your shower, you know the time to eat, you know your timetable on how to do your things. You do not need spiritual consultation for all that. But when it comes to deceit, you begin to invite a third party that we cannot see. You begin to infuse a third party that we don't see. Whatever information you and your spirit get is for both of you. Whatever spirit that is talking to you, let your discussion be, don't bring it in the public. Let it be with you. Wherever he guides you, let it be. Don't tell us who sent you, which spirit, whether good or bad spirit sent you. We don't want to know. Keep it to yourself. Come as a human being, so that when you are going to face the fire or face the firing squad, you will face it yourself. When you be jailed yourself, not your spirit. You don't go to law court and tell them the spirit said and spirit did not say. No. Enough of that nonsense deceit. As we go further, I am going to play this video. I am going to play it. I'm not going to start. I didn't have time to begin to go to all the part of the jargon that was being spoken in that very place because it is irrelevant, very incoherent, and all those deceits doesn't move me anymore. Likewise, many Biafrans. So all the exaltation of personal exaltation of telling us about your career and whatever you are and what you are not and how old you are doesn't make a sense. I only pick the important section where I believe we should respond to. I pick the portion where we can respond to and where accusations were made. That is where I picked. I am going to play it. Let us listen. Follow it one after the other and we will respond. After we respond, we have about 2 videos we're going to use on this program today, and I hope we can be able to conclude on that. I want us to pay attention to the voice that is coming. So many of you have known her. She has been part of this very struggle, and she has been there every time shouting, either in fundraising or in cabinet meeting, these are people who shout to make themselves known. They will always shout to exalt and praise and shout and all whatnot. All those seeking for what I don't know doesn't move me. As I said yesterday, since I became part of this very United States of Biafra government, starting from the BRICI, since I joined BRICI, every meeting I attend, of course I don't attend all the meetings because of my schedules and where I am, but any meeting I attend, I don't come there. Most of the meetings, I do not talk. I'm not even sure if I have spoken in that meeting in Nigeria. That's why some of them don't even know that I'm in the meeting. I'm not sure I have spoken in any of their meetings, but I observe. I observe every single thing that happens. I observe and I look, I see. I know their attitude and their character and what comes out and what's going in. Likewise, in the public events, I don't push myself to interject myself. The only place I talk and speak is on my platform, the way I'm speaking now. And it is not just about Biafran issue. In any organization that I belong, I'm not a noisemaker. I don't make noise. I don't talk. I only talk when it is necessary, or when it is my turn, or when I'm called upon to speak, I will. But I don't interject unnecessarily. I speak only when it is required, or when it is asked for. Or it would be foolish to give an advice to somebody who doesn't want it. You don't waste it. Don't waste your wisdom. Keep it to yourself. When people demand for it, then you give it to them, they will value it. So I'm going to play this very video. You will hear and listen while we follow up and analyze as she speaks. Let's listen.
They were told reinforcement was coming, and they were fighting with the limited ammunition they have. If they knew support will not come, a good military person will start retreating.
Here, I'm playing from the side she was explaining some of her grievances that is making her today to turn against the United States of Biafra, which she herself supported, swore, and said, hold her responsible if anything happens. This was her comment initially. She said, whatever happens, hold me responsible in the United States of Biafra. Do you know what it means to say, hold me responsible for whatever happens? If you can make such a strong statement that today you are going against that same government, you are not worthy to be trusted. Anybody that gives you a trust is an idiot. The United States of Biafra, that every one of us have at heart as our nation. After the declaration that was made in Finland on the 29th of November 2024, everyone celebrated. She was one of the people that celebrated. She celebrated and appreciated our Deputy Prime Minister for her effort on making that declaration. And this woman that is talking stopped participating in activities of United States of Biafra from December. After that very declaration, in December, she stopped participating. That was when she stopped participating. And within that few weeks that she participated, in one of the programs that she came, I think that was the very first fundraising, she was there. She said, hold me responsible, support and do everything you can do to see that United States of Biafra stands. And today, she has now relegated that responsibility. For somebody who claimed to be an elderly person is mature, should know that you have to think before you talk. But obviously, she talked before she think. You came and you told Biafrans to hold you responsible, that you are in the forefront, that you support, you know this is the truth and this is the right way. And today you are saying that that right way is now the wrong way. It is very clear that you are not worthy to take decision that anybody should follow. It is very clear that you're not worthy for anybody to listen to you, since you cannot make a grandstand. Many life, assuming life we are lost in the course of your decision. We are talking about human life. And you came and told people, this is the way. This is the way. Hold you responsible. And today, you are turning 360 degrees against that same word you spoke. And you said what you saw before, you didn't see again. That you just woke up, spirit now told you. Why didn't you consult that spirit before ever you begin to make the declaration you made? Why didn't you consult the spirit that talked to you people? Why is it that that spirit doesn't talk to you earlier on before you come out to vomit rubbish in the public? So when you made that heavy comment of holding you responsible, the spirit never spoke to you. You ignored the spirit that speaks to you. You went and made that declaration. And after many months now, she stopped talking about the issue of Biafra. Mark this time. December was when she stopped talking about Biafra. December. Immediately we came back, after we came back from that declaration, they did the first fundraising. I think she was there on the first fundraising. The second one, and she stopped coming. She disappeared. She disappeared. Which was on December. We're in March. 3 months now. She reappeared. And only to reappear with accusation against the United States of Biafra. And we are going to go for it. You're going to see everything by yourself. And let's continue to listen to her.
But these kids were fooled into that Caterpillar was bringing something to them. And he never showed up. And we lost all these guys. I cried. I wrote Dr. Former, my heart is broken for these children that are being killed.
Why she came back now is the propaganda of Caterpillar. When they talk this issue of Caterpillar, now she found her feet to come back and attack the government. Don't worry. As we go further, you will know her motive and why she came back. These are people who claim to be in the front line. These are people who are chasing one thing or the other. And I have told you that if you are in this Biafra restoration because of your own personal interest, you are going nowhere. If you are in Biafra because of whom you will be, and you want, if you are not in the front, nobody will be there. Or if you are not given a post because of that, you begin to destroy everything. You are in for trouble. You are in for trouble. If you want to serve Biafra, serve with your hands free. Serve with your hands free. Once you are qualified to serve, you will be given that opportunity to serve. If you are not qualified, you can never, ever be in that position to serve. And nobody is looking at your face. It doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter how intelligent you are. It doesn't matter how rich you are. If you are not qualified, you are not qualified. And there is only one people that has the right to choose those who serve. The structure is there, set down by Master Simon. He chooses who serves and who do not serve. On the issue of Kalapida and what transpired in Enugu State, which is what every one of them is talking about, the Enugu State. We know the problem of Enugu State did not start yesterday. The sabotage in Enugu State did not start. Even when Mazi Samuel was around, at a stage, Mazi Samuel was crying out about the sabotage in Enugu State. The Biafrans in that very location were sabotaging the Liberation Army of Biafra by themselves. Send the Liberation Army, the people of that area sabotage, the people in that. Mazi Samuel himself made a broadcast where he complained about the sabotage in Ebonyi and Enugu. That when you send the Liberation Army to rescue them, they sabotage them. So many of those people lost, members of the Liberation Army lost their family members because they sabotage from them themselves. And when this issue of problem arises in Enugu State, the defense has to do what they have to do to make sure that the problem quells. You see, there are certain information. When it comes to the defense, I always say that people should come and ask questions when the defense minister is around. And some of them that are spilling all this nonsense today are not in defense, and they have refused to ask questions where they're supposed to ask questions. Sometimes when they call, they will only want to look for something they are going to use for propaganda and blackmail. There's a day I was talking about with one of my brother here, Maxwell here, who is a military man, and asked him about frenemy. There's something called frenemy. You can use enemy forces to fight your enemy. You can use enemy forces to fight your enemy where necessary. It is done. There are security things that you don't know. When it comes to security, that is why we say it is not something that you discuss in public, and it's not something you go and interject and jump into. When you talk about securing the place, people will take any measure possible to secure themselves in terms of security. And I threw that question to our brother Maxwell here, and he answered it. And he made mention of what is called frenemy, that it can be used in warfare to win war. And after they win your war, you take care of them. It is being done. So whenever they throw this caterpillar issue as a reason for them to do what they are doing, I laugh at them. It is nothing but mischievousness. They have accused Dr. Ngozi Orebweze of working with Caterpillar. Dr. Ngozi Orebweze is the deputy prime minister of Biafra, and in Biafra government, the person they are calling his name Caterpillar is not part of Biafra government. He is not part of Biafra government and has never been. He is not. If there is any measure the defense took for a security reason, or there is any step they took to secure a certain things in it, using the frenemy to fight a battle, that is not something that you have to dangle into or begin to come into social media to make saga or begin to attack the prime minister because of this or deputy prime minister. It is foolish to do so. And only foolish people will fall into that nonsense narrative that they are pushing. There is something called frenemy. You can use your enemies to fight your battle, win your case. At the end of the day, you take care of them. When Trump went to North Korea to have a handshake with Kim Jong-un, the whole world saw it. Something that people thought it was impossible. Trump went to North Korea and he had a handshake with Kim Jong-un. He has a reason for doing that. We have seen many forces in the world take some different extraordinary measures to secure their people and get security for themselves. In the case of Biafra, anybody will jump out from anywhere and want you to explain the ABC of security to him or her. Even people that claim to be Methuselah, they are too old, yet they know nothing. The envy and jealousy in them make them not to put in stress or understand things the way it's supposed to be. Let's continue to listen to her.
Why would we have to allow this to keep going on? Yes. So I wasn't too happy about resurrecting Caterpillar. And then I'm seeing things that are going on. When they said the 40 states, they did something they did in that bush. Could you believe we are Biafrans? We are proud people. We're intelligent people. When Nnamdi Kanu unveiled ESN, we were laughing from cheek to cheek. We were so proud being an Igbo, being a Biafran. And then when I saw what was going on like child's play, and to hear that those administrators took 80 million for that.
Now you see, she has arrived on accusation, accusing the deputy prime minister of giving 80 million to the administrators on the ground for a match that was held. And I asked her, where did you get the information? What are the evidence to show that these people on that match that they did, that they spent 80 million? Where did you get your information from? Can you provide us a receipt? Or who told you? Get us the information. How the 80 million was paid. Is it the deputy prime minister that told you that she gave them 80 million? Or the people, administrators they are talking about, saying they were given 80 million? Can you show us the proof that they were given 80 million for a match or a conference that was held? Every one of us know the security situation in Biafra land. The very first thing you have to think about is the line of security. How to secure our people. That should be number one thing. More especially when it has to do with the men on the ground, with people at home. This woman is here denigrating the meeting, conference held by the administration on the ground because they did not go and hire a classy hall, because they did not go in the streets and allow themselves to be killed, because they did not go and expose themselves in an open field or in a stadium. That is why this woman is denigrating it. She is talking about what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did when he unveiled the ESN. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu unveiled the ESN, we saw what transpired. Even at that time, some people were still attacking Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and they said, oh, they were people from Ambazonia. They say it is Ambazonia video. Some people say it is this video, it is that video. And we are talking about the security of Biafra land. Do you know how many years it took Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to do that? Do you know how many years and how much it cost Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to put that thing together? You don't know. And we are talking about security, which was completely out of town. Completely out of town. Now we are talking about administrators holding their gathering in the city with the danger, with all the danger in Biafra land at this time. Instead of appreciating them, you are coming to make a flimsy accusations of spending 80 million. This is how they come, they throw accusation. They just throw accusation on air. Go and ask this woman, can you provide us the receipts how this 80 million was paid, to whom it was paid, who released the 80 million? Can you please provide us the evidence? She will never do that. All they come is they come online and open their mouth and speak with their age and all the portfolio they claim they have. Yet you cannot come and speak with evidence, substantiated evidence. You can't. You can't. And when people respond, you say they insult you. Even when you have insulted yourself completely by coming out to speak in the manner that you just did. It is a shame and sad. Let's continue.
This money we could be putting to buy things for our men. It really broke my heart. I'm saying, what is going on? So I was still in the wings watching. And then Butuza, they played a voice where he was saying that Dr. Rabeze is not giving her any penny. I said it can't be true, because when I spoke with Dr. Rabeze, she told me that, oh no, they're sending money to the men on ground. They talk with them, whatever their needs are, within 48 hours they've sent it. I believed her. So when I heard that from Butuza, I'm now trying to know what is going on. Am I in a daze? What's going on? She spoke with confidence that she's in it. This other person spoke with confidence that they are not getting it. Still, I sat back watching. Not until last Tuesday, somebody sent me 3 videos. Sent me 3 videos that General Agento Yahoo, the 2IC of Triple General Butuza, Igwe Butuza. I watched it. I could not handle it. My spirit was not troubled.
Mano.
Yes.
I wanted to take.
You see, when you see them talk, when you see her talk, you now understand where they are going. And this issue of giving money, and you see, when you talk about like the gentle that came out and talked last time, and I tried to analyze her video and all that, this woman that is speaking, this woman that is talking this nonsense here, knows very well how the whole thing started from the beginning. She knows that from the beginning, that these people were disobedient to the government of the day. The Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Musa Robert, tried to reach out to them, and they refused. They refused. From the beginning, they refused. She's very much aware. This woman is aware. She's aware. And in order not to waste our time or go too far, you see this issue of mentioning Butuzo. What we are waiting is for Butuzo himself to come out and say the same thing they are saying. You can remember Dr. Ngozi Orabweze have shared a voice note from that Butuzo before, where he pledged allegiance to United States of Biafra. And before that very allegiance, Butuzo has been consulted many times. At first time, he decided he wanted to pull out, which everyone of us saw the audio. We saw the audio where he was talking with the deputy defense minister. After that interaction with the deputy minister, he came back to his senses and they aligned. And the necessities that were supposed to be given to him were given to him. They were being taken care of. Butuzo, personally, who is the one that has his own group that is guiding, because remember, the United States of Biafra Liberation Army have been decentralized. It has been decentralized. Every state has their own command, and they get their own requirements directly according to regions. Decentralization, that is what is done today. And when this Butuzo aligned, the government responded positively to him. And you see all this is coming, they say, this will come and use the name and say, this will come and say this one. We are waiting for that very Butuzo to come out and speak. Yesterday when I was having a program, my brother Greg said something about one of our sister posted. I didn't want to comment about that because, you know, just as I tell you, I don't like always to be the first and forward to say certain things. There are many evidence we have. In our own is not talking. When you talk about Biafran government, it is not just about coming online to make noise. We provide evidence. And we have huge evidence that is piled up, waiting. There are evidence piled up and waiting. Let the person they are trying to defend, they say they are working with Butuzo, that Butuzo is their alpha. Let him pick the courage. You can mask yourself. You come out and speak and deny that the government left you without any sponsorship since you are working with them. You can come out and do so. If the government of Dr. Ngozi Orabweze have not been doing what they're supposed to do through the Butuzo, he has the right to come out and speak. He has the right to come out and speak. You see, in this restoration of Biafra, sanitization must be done. If we do not sanitize Biafra and begin to tell the truth, we can fight for Biafra for donkey years, you will not see it. If we must go back to Biafra land, we must do sanitization. All these lies, propaganda, blackmail, deceit, love of money must end. Why, as these people, some of them don't have fact on what they're saying. Just like this elderly woman who come out and begin to talk trash after she have disappeared since December. Since December that she came and told Biafrans this is the way. She disappeared into the she said she went to speak to God. Only to come back now and begin to push lie, propaganda, and blackmail right, left, and center. Talking about Gentle. When Gentle is saying that he is loyal to Butuzo, and Butuzo have released a voice message to the government, which was played. A voice message which was played. They have used their Ross, whatever. Ross, they say Ross is Butuzo before. They have used their Ross on X. Use Ross. All of them were in Ross. Anytime Ross said, Butuzo said. And they pushed that Ross lie for how many months? For 3 good months, or more than 3 months. Nobody responded. And Butuzo himself was silent. Today, another one, they have seen that Ross is no longer working. The Ross propaganda is no longer working. Now, today, they are coming face to face. it is high time this propaganda end. There are many men on the ground that are ready to work for Biafra. There are uncountable men. When Ikonso was there, if they told you there are people, will you believe it? When Ikonso was there, if they tell you there are other people, you won't believe it. There are men who are silent, who are not even talking. Even the strong men have not come out yet. The strong men have not yet come out. They have not yet come out. So if anybody think you can bring a propaganda of this and that and that and that, it's not going to work. What we are waiting is for Butuzo himself to come and make a speech when the time comes. As I told you, remember I told you, we are waiting for the last card. When that last card is being played, then you will understand better. But I love Dr. Ngozi Orebe's steps. She saved the best for the last. Dr. Ngozi Orebeze, the Deputy Prime Minister, we always save the best for the last. Biafrans should relax and calm down. All this is about money. They want you to come and donate money to them. They want you to come and give them. Biafrans are not stupid. They're not foolish. Biafrans are not foolish. Are not foolish. Biafrans, put your money where your mouth is. The only place our mouth is today is in the United States of Biafra, under Dr. Ngozi Orebeze, and that is where Biafrans are making their contributions. That is where Biafrans are making contributions. Let us listen and what.
Some water.
God allowed me. At times, God could set up, could be talking to us. We are not getting it, and it's not the appointed time. That was the first question I asked you guys.
Do it out the way it is. Spirit is leading.
I don't like.
Have you had some water?
It's something within me that is the appointed time to speak. When it's not the appointed time, that was the first question I asked you guys. Why now? Why not now? You don't go before it is time. Because when you do that, you will not succeed. God allowed me. At times, God could set up, could be talking to us. We are not getting it. And then he would set up scenarios that will enable you see what he's trying to do. It's like having wisdom. The Bible tells us when you have wisdom, ask God to give you understanding. Let me give you guys an example. A medical...
When they want to deceive you, they will always bring God. Whenever you see them make that their great and dangerous and deadly move, when they begin to deceive you and bring their propaganda, they bring God. And this is why some people today, when you talk of God, they look other ways. This is why people no longer believe in all this religion of a thing. They don't really believe. People these days believe in themselves, and you don't blame them. When somebody come and tell you, I don't believe in all this, your religion, and you don't blame them. They have a reason for saying it. Because of all these lies. This one will come and tell you that Nnamdi told him. He will tell you that our forefathers told me. This one will come and tell you that Spirit told him. This one will come and say Holy Ghost told him. Lies. And when they lie, they will always bring those nonsense forward.
Doctor who spent 8 to 10 years to have his license knows that smoking is not healthy for him. It kills. It makes you have cancer and so on. And he's educating his patients. But that doctor is a chain smoker. So that doctor has wisdom, but not understanding. So mine, at a time I had wisdom, I lacked the understanding.
You see, she brought analogy of a doctor. Tell me, what does that got to do with us Biafrans? She brought analogy of a doctor who is a chain smoker, and the doctor doesn't have wisdom. And the whether she has wisdom, you don't have understanding. And she said now, before she doesn't have, she has wisdom, but she doesn't have understanding. Now she have understanding. My dear old woman, you don't have any understanding. Sorry. Sorry, you don't have any understanding. Up to this moment, your understanding is even poor than it was yesterday. Your understanding and judgment is poorer than it was in the past. Look at the analogy you are giving. Just imagine. Look at the analogy you are using. A doctor who is a chain smoker, knows that cigarette is dangerous to health. And when he realizes, he stops. What sort of analogy is that? Does that make sense? Does a sensible person make such analogy? And he say, you had wisdom and you don't have understanding. That today, finally you have got an understanding. And I tell you that you have not yet got understanding. And you don't even have the wisdom. You do not have the wisdom, let alone the understanding. You lack the two. You lack the two. And I don't know how people are carried away, how these people make their way to stay in the front line. Maybe because of their noise. And because you see these empty vessels, they make loud noise. Empty vessels make loud noise. Any place you go, you see those people that make too much of a noise. When you see anybody's utimbu, they have nothing to offer. Otimbu ain't anything to offer. That is why I don't like people that shower praises. When we are talking reasonable thing, you come and begin to shower praises on people. Somebody will be talking something reasonable. You will not even allow the person to finish. You are shouting praises. Somebody will be talking. You are busy looking for how to shout praises and seek attention. Absolute rubbish. I hate it. I don't like it. I don't like that attitude. And once I see you, you are one of those people who like shouting praises. Somebody will be talking something reasonable. You are busy, exalted and shouting and making noise to fit in yourself. It is annoying. It's just like when our deputy prime minister is making a speech, you see some people opening their mic. And what nonsense are you talking? What response are you giving? Who wants your response? It is still happening, even up till now in the cabinet. You will still see some people. When the deputy prime minister, keep silent and let us hear the person who is talking. Be silent. No need to interject. Be silent. When your attention is needed, you'll be called upon. But there are people that want to seek attention. Even when they know they have nothing to offer. That thing you are saying is not even in line of the topic they want to talk. When I notice them, when I notice this kind of clowns, I know where they belong. They have no wisdom, no understanding. And this is what we are seeing in this very voice note I'm playing now. It is a video, but I don't want to show such faces on my place. I don't want to use such faces on my platform. That is why I converted it to audio, so that people can listen and hear for themselves while we proceed.
So the events of that video brought my understanding and reset my brain and brought me back through the Holy Spirit.
Yeah. You see, Holy Spirit reset your brain. That is one thing I say. I have made it as a warning in this platform. Anytime you come up to join me on this platform to speak, please, if you are in the Holy Spirit or in your forefathers, make sure you come back to human before you join me on this platform. Anybody that is coming to join me in this platform going forward, if you are in spiritual, whether Holy Spiritual or bad spiritual or your grandfather of spiritual or traditional spiritual, please make sure you come back to human so that we can discuss with common sense as human. These people that travel to Holy Spirit and when all of a sudden they travel back, I don't want to have such witness. I don't want that witness. When we are in spirit, when we go into church, me too, I'm a Christian. When I go into church, we deal with that. But when we are talking about civil things that human beings will see, please desist from using that in my platform. If Holy Spirit is talking to you, or which spirit, let that spirit you regard as Holy Spirit, put it your own Holy Spirit, your own. It is between you and him. Deal with it and don't tell us about it. We don't want to hear. Don't tell it about it. We don't want to hear. That deceit is enough. I don't want to get it again on this platform. Please and please.
So now, when I watched that video, General Gentler Yahoo was saying that they're not getting a funding, a naira or whatever from Dr. Rabeze. I said, no, this can't be. And then the Spirit reminded me.
If this woman is sensible enough, she can understand that the one that called himself gentle said that he is under Butozo. And The deputy prime minister have told you that she is dealing with Butuzo. If Gento has any problem, he should go to Butuzo. And if he goes to Butuzo and Butuzo feels that what he said is not true, Butuzo should send a message or come online and speak. We don't want to see his face. Put a mask and speak. You don't expect Dr. Ngozi Orebede to descend low to begin to communicate and associate with any idiot that appears in uniform. No. There is a chain of command. As you know, there is a chain of command. And we must follow that chain of command. If you don't know what it is, with your age, I wonder what you know. We are waiting for that last card. Biafrans, be patient. They are going to play that last card. That is the only thing remaining. After that last card, everybody will carry his bag and go home.
The Bible says, in the mouth of 2 or more witnesses, the truth is established.
In the mouth of 2 or 3 persons, the truth is established. We on the right path are even greater than you. If you talk about referendum, if you do a vote, we are on the greater side. And the truth have already been established on our side. It does not matter the portion of the Bible you use to satisfy your own selfish and corrupt ideology and statement. It doesn't fly. The Biafrans know where they belong. The Biafrans will always put their money where their mouth is.
So now, I came to terms. Butuzo has said it. I was still doubting it. Now, General Gentle came with it. So now, my question is, we are contributing all this money.
Listen to her question, please. Listen to her question. We are going to respond to this question. Listen to her question.
Before they took Odogwu and all.
Listen to her question, please. This question is very important. Listen carefully to what she's going to say, because this is the end. This is the part that made me to even play this very note. I would not play it. This is the part that captured my mind. This very part, I want everybody to pay attention to her question. She said it, my question is, and I want us to pay attention to her question. Please, let's listen.
We are contributing all this money before they took Odogwu and all this money.
We are contributing all this money. Remember, before they took our Prime Minister, Mazi Samoneba, she has been in the forefront of the contribution. In fact, her region contributes the highest. In fact, she is always there supporting. Before, remember, she left this government on December. So from December up to this March, for that past 3 months, she has not played any role in contribution. Neither has she made any contribution. She never made any contribution, not a dime. She never made any contribution. Now she is asking that there has been contribution being made before Mazi Samoneba was taken away. She's asking, where is that money? I want you to listen carefully to that question, and then we will respond to her.
So now, my question is, we are contributing all this money before they took Odogwu and all this money that Biafrans are contributing. My question is to Dr. Rabeze, who are you giving that money?
Now, can you now see the evil in these people? This is a woman who have called the Holy Spirit and swear and said all manner of nonsense there in the name of Spirit. Now she came out to say that we have been contributing money before the Prime Minister Mazi Samoneba was taken away. And when she wants to ask for the account of that money, this woman knows that before Mazi Samoneba was taken away, that we have a finance minister. She knows that the United States of Biafra government has a finance minister. She's aware that the finance minister hijacked the account and all the money are in the covers of the finance minister. She knows very well that the finance minister is the one that is in charge of all the money. not Dr. Ngozi Orebeze, the Deputy Prime Minister, not the COS. Then she knows very well that all the money that is being contributed is under the Finance Minister, not under the COS. Then, before the COS assumed office, it was let's say it's December. The COS assumed office as Deputy Prime Minister December. And from that December, things begin to happen. But from money that had been contributed before Mazi Simon was taken away, we are all under the Finance Minister. And the Finance Minister, immediately Mazi Simon was taken away, took all those money, seized the account, refused to render account, kept everything to himself. Now, this woman came online. She opened her mouth. They said, and she said, we have been contributing money before Mazi Simon Ekpa was taken away from us. And she is asking the COS, who is not in charge of finance, has nothing to do with account of finance. And she's asking her, where is the money? And this woman come and tell you that she is sincere. Now, do you say why I say she has no wisdom? Neither does she has any sincerity in her, or whatever she call it. She has no knowledge or wisdom. None. And that is why I say foolish people also grow old. Foolish people also grow old. This is somebody. If you go and see the video, you can go on your own and watch the full thing, because I have, when I begin to watch it, I was so angry on watching it, because she, even when you watch her, if you watch the video and you see her response and her incoherent attitude, you will know that the lie is written all over her. The lie, and she's lying. But it's so sad that at this age that she has to be preparing herself to give account to Chukwu Okeke Abiama, she's ending it up with lies, propaganda, and blackmail. I don't know what she wants to gain. This very portion of this very video alone answers every single thing you want to know. It is all about the money. It is all about destroying United States of Biafra government. It is all about envy and jealousy of the Deputy Prime Minister. It's all about post. You want to be where you are not qualified to be. It is all about being the one that will speak, and it will happen. This very question she asked here explain every single thing we have been saying here. This very one explains everything. There is nothing more to explain. You opened your mouth and you said that before Mazi Simon Ekpa was taken away, money has been contributed and contributed and contributed. You yourself moved away. December, and that's December you moved away, was when Dr. Ngozi Orebeze assumed the office of Deputy Prime Minister. You have not contributed a dime, nor bring anybody to contribute a dime. But you have now said to yourself, you are asking for the money that has been contributed before Mazi Simon Ekpa was taken away. Who is the right person to give account of that money? Biafrans, I want you to answer me. Who is the right person to give the account of the money that was contributed before Mazi Simon Ekpa was taken away? Who is the right person to give account? When we have a finance minister, then the Deputy Prime Minister today is just the COS. She has nothing to do with finance. She started up from December with empty treasury. And this woman, who has not contributed a dime from December going forward and never supported anybody to contribute, she ran away. She said she went to talk to her spirit. She was discussing with the spirit and told everybody contributing towards her, through her, to focus on the spirit, waiting for her to come back from her spirit talk. And she come back today, only to come and begin to ask the COS the money that was contributed before Mazi Simon Ekpa was kidnapped. And some people will still come and sit down and listen to these idiotic statements. It is sad. But I thank God that in every move they make, at a point in time, Chukwu Okeke Abiama exposed them. They nail themselves. Anytime they think they want to destroy Dr. Ngozi Orebeze or they want to destroy Biafran government, they destroy themselves. They insult themselves. And I want us to listen carefully. Only this one alone have destroyed every single thing she had to say. You can see where her wickedness, envy, jealousy, criminality, lies have lied. And just like she have lied in the past, just as she has passed wrong judgment in the past, anybody that listens to this kind of talk, I don't know what you can believe anything. If you can believe this kind of a person, you will believe anything on this planet Earth. It is sad that we find ourselves in this way.
We are contributing all this money before they took Odogu, and all this money that Biafrans are contributing. My question is to Dr. Rabeze, who are you giving that money? Because Butuzo and Gentle said they're not getting it. When Odogu was there, they were getting it. So who are you giving that money? Is that, did you have a false phone number to connect to them, or what is going on? That's the question that was triggered after I watched that. And then I could not get myself together. I decided to do a midnight to ask God, what you're leading me. Are you leading me to go talk to my people? What is this? So I did a midnight, I prayed.
Anybody that joins me on this platform and tell me that spirit, tell him.
My spirit does not lie to me. If you guys remember, when we used to do fundraising, I came one day and told you guys, stop putting your tithes in your churches. Put them in the Biafra restoration. That I wrestled with my spirit, and I had peace that I can now put my tithes in Biafra, because those churches you give that money, use it to do humanitarian works for other nations. So there's nothing wrong in you giving it. So from then on, I stopped putting my money in the church. I only give them offering, but all my money was coming in the restoration. So same spirit spoke to me after I did my my midnight, and I felt strongly. I did not. It is just for those of you who are really born again and spirit filled, which I'm not ashamed to say. If you look on my wrist, I wear this all the time. It's a reminder for me to stay in the narrow path. Jesus is my Lord and Savior. And my kids know that when the Lord will call me home, nobody will remove it from my arm. I'm going to take it with me. So when I speak, I speak truth to power, because I know the implications that where 2 or 3 are gathered, as we are all here, God is in our midst. He is hearing everything, and he knows whether I don't know who is lying or not. And moreover, the Bible says that there are 7 things God hates.
I don't need a prophet to tell me that you are lying. You are lying. You are lying. I do not need a prophet. I don't have to go to fast the way you do. I don't have to go to any journey or sabbatical leave to know that you are lying. You are lying. Common sense shows that you are lying. Common sense tells everybody that you are lying. This is why people are looking down on Christianity. This is why people are looking down on religion. When you come and talk about religion, say religion, people say go to hell and sit down. It is because of this kind of attitude. When you see people with gray hair lying in the name of Jesus, you see people with gray hair mentioning spirits tell them and spirit did not tell them. It is heartbreaking. It is heartbreaking. Those of us who are part of this Christianity, when we see it, it breaks our heart also. It breaks our heart. Because when you see somebody talking this manner, which confidence will you come now and preach to a person to come and join you as a Christian? Which confidence will you use to go and debate with people in other religion? Or people who say they don't believe in anything? That is why people are arriving. When you talk about, they say they don't. When you talk about God, they say keep this your God to yourself. It is because of this kind of attitude. It is shameful. Shameful.
One of them is a lying tongue. And liars belong in the pit of hell.
Thank God you know
I
so.
don't want to go to hell.
Thank God you
For
know so.
Biafrans? No, I wouldn't. So what I'm telling you guys, I'm telling you guys as it is. So now, and my question still remains, Dr. Rabeze, where is all this money? I know you gave 80 million to the administrators to do that thing they did over there.
You see, accusation of 80 million. Tell her to bring the evidence of this 80 million paid now. She will not bring. Is it Dr. Oguzo that told you that she paid 80 million? Or the person that transferred the money? So maybe you have the receipt of the payment or the receipt. Can you bring the social media that you people love? You people love doing everything on social media. Please post it on go to X. Post your evidence of those payments of 80 million. Post your evidence, either in writing, by receipt, or the person that was given the money told you, or please, can you give us the evidence? After swearing and calling Jesus and calling all mother thing. It's a pity. Jesus don't suffer.
I know Caterpillar ran away with over 30 million because you did not hearken to advice. Because
and then, again, tell her now to bring the evidence of this Caterpillar running away with 30 million. She will not provide. People just come and make accusations. You on your camera and you think that Biafrans are foolish. No matter how dumb we are as Biafrans, we are not foolish. You don't just come and tell us something and you feel by just saying, who the hell you think you are? That because you have a gray hair, you open your mouth and talk, I take it. Even my mother, my father, they speak, I question them. I ask questions. My parents cannot just come and tell me to begin to go and have a limit with the person without giving a reason. If you tell me that you are in trouble with this person, you and this person have a challenge, you have to give me a reason. Show me evidence of the accusations. Whether you are my friend, you're my benefactor, you cannot just come wake up and you are quarreling with somebody, you just want me to join you without me knowing what's actually the problem or the evidence that shows that you are even having a problem with the person or the person have a problem with you. It doesn't happen. But anytime they come, every single one of them, they will come and make flimsy accusations. At the end of the day, they are not going to present proof. She has talked about 80 million, talk about 30 million, without any proof. And this was being broadcasted and the whole world we are watching. And those clowns, we are giving her the platform to do this. Giving her the platform to disgrace herself. That is how wicked they are. They will give you a platform to disgrace yourself. Wickedness of the highest order. Nobody that loves you will allow you to go and fool yourself in public this way. It is sad. It is sad. A grandmother that is supposed to be preparing to mend her ways and things where she has gone wrong. Look at what you are doing in the public.
If you had listened and know not to use Caterpillar, we will not be losing that money. So I am here to speak it as it is. Anybody who doesn't like, fine. But you know, Ezekiel 33, 6-8 says, if you see something wrong, somebody doing a thing that is not right, and you don't tell them, God will hold you accountable. But if you tell them and they continue, God will exonerate you.
The judgment of God is very
I don't want to be in that position. That's why I'm speaking out. I've been doing this behind the scene. You guys don't know. Those of you cussing me out there, which I don't have any anger towards you people.
The judgment of
because
God
if only now you won't blame them. But after today, after laying this foundation and telling you guys, and you still go ahead and do and cuss me out or do the wrong thing, because if you know what is good and you don't do it, it is sin for you. I'm standing here to say that if we know what we are supposed to do and we don't do it, it will be sin for whomever is doing that. I'm just a watchman.
You are
I'm
watching
just
nobody.
a watchman
to evil.
delivering
To evil spirit that's
what I have been told to deliver. So now,
What
the question still remains.
What did she say?
Dr. Rabeze, out or do the wrong thing, because if you know what is good and you don't do it, it is sin for you. I'm standing here to say that if we know what we're supposed to do and we don't do it, it will be sin for whomever is doing that. I'm just a watchman. I'm just a watchman.
A watchwoman.
Delivering what I have been told to deliver.
Who told you what? Okay,
so now,
deliver, right?
The question still remains.
The only person that must have told you to deliver this message is Ogun Kere and his group. So don't come and frame it as if you're a watchwoman who they have sent to deliver what they want their group to hear. But of course, not genuine Biafrans. Your information is valueless, is meaningless.
Yes. Dr. Rabeze, Odogwu gave us instruction for you to be the surrogate. That was why I supported you. Yes, I went with Odogwu's sword. But now,
at least she just accepted only one thing, that Dr. Ngozi Aragweze was told to be the surrogate. At least you have one mark. At least let it not be that you just, after saying all these things, there is no 1%, 1 mark. We give you 1 mark. At least you accepted that message came, that she should be the surrogate.
Odogwu has said, fall back to the order.
You see, that is the funniest thing. When they talk about wisdom and intelligence, they told you Odogwu said, fall back to who did he say it? When the message of surrogate came, it went to the right people it's supposed to go to. The 4 key people in that very top office. 4 key top officials. They were in a WhatsApp group. The message was dropped. Bam. Now, Odogwu is telling you to go back to base, to abandon all the expenses, all the efforts that Biafrans have made and go back, which is a very delicate information. More serious than even telling us to take this surrogate. And now, that message came from who? From who did that message come? You didn't ask. Who is that very person who is qualified to receive that very message? Who? Who? Through who did that message come? This woman doesn't care. And she's bold to say, Odogwu said. Who told you that? I don't know the Odogwu you're talking about, by the way. I don't know the Odogwu you're talking about. There are many people answering Odogwu. There are many Odogwu, so that let it not be that I'm just dancing into what I don't know.
Go back. Let's go in-house and finish everything. And now you're questioning it. Do you have to pick and choose which orders you take? That's not the way the world works. If you can submit to being his surrogate, why would you not submit to him telling you? If it is not true, when he comes out, he will have to deal with it.
These are people who claim to work with Mazi Simon Ekpa, and they knew how Mazi Simon handled the issue when he came during the time of Mazi Nnamdi. They claim to be there. Some of them claim to be followers of Mazi Nnamdi even before then. Now look at the kind of thing that is coming to their mouth because of greed, envy, jealousy. They have now lost their mind. Common sense.
Remember, I will talk to you. I said to you, all these things you're doing, does Odogwu know about it? You said yes. And then I would tell you, talk to Uche, because just like Mazi Nnamdi loves Uche before, who later betrayed him.
Now, I want you to listen to this very part she's going to say now. She mentioned a name that I mentioned yesterday. Yesterday, when I was talking, I told you there are 2 people. There are 2 people that Mazi Simon Ekpa trusts very well. There are 2 people that Mazi Simon Ekpa can trust. And yesterday, I told you the COS and Mazi Uche, who is in Finland. And she is now repeating that names I calling Mazi Uche. And this Mazi Uche is a senior officer in the United States of Biafra government, even in the brigade, a very senior officer. Mazi Simon Ekpa confides in him. And now, that same Mazi Uche is in Finland. Simon Ekpa did not deliver this message to him. Simon Ekpa did not even feel. This man is with him in Finland there. He didn't send for him. He didn't deliver the message for him. Somebody, an invisible person that I don't know where she came from, begin to tell you that a message was given. Just like you are saying that spirit told you. That same spirit that used to tell people something. That one, he said, more than they told her. Your own now, Holy Spirit tell you. That spirit that used to tell you that something have told you. Why there is somebody physically there in Finland. Master Samuel did not reach out to him, which you are going to confess now. I want us to listen when he's going to mention that guy's name now.
I would tell you, talk to Uche, because just like Nnamdi kind of loves Uche before, because just like Nnamdi, because just if it is not true, when he comes out, he will have to deal with it. Remember, I will talk to you. I said to you, all these things you're doing, does Odogu know about it? You said yes. And then I would tell you, talk to Uche, because just like Nnamdi kind of loves Uche before, who later betrayed him, Odogu has so much confidence in Uche, Uche Obi. I told you, he's a foot and eye on the ground. Go through him, let him go to the attorney, and then they will give Odogu the message. I retired from the Orange County Sheriff.
Mazi Uche is your foot on the ground in Finland. The message will not deliver to him, but you believed it. You want to run with it. Your Holy Spirit have told you to go with it. And you know very well that there is somebody there. And that Mazi Uche is standing side by side with the Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Ngozi Robeze. He's in the United States of Biafra government. He is a top official. He is part of everything that Dr. Ngozi Robeze is doing. You know about Mazi Uche. And still yet, you choose to believe nonsense coming online to deceive yourself.
System. I know how it works. You can even get deputies to bring in things.
Now you see where she begin to indict herself. Now, this is how you see them. Sometimes they put themselves in trouble. In this very portion now, she was claiming she know how things are smuggled into prison. That you can meet a deputy. They will know how to smuggle. Now go to Master Simon Eka and he will do it. You see, that's how they indict her. She didn't know she indicted herself. And this thing she said here can make her get arrested in the United States. Because she has worked in the prison before. She have worked in the detention center before. And here, she says she knows how it's been done. That Mazi Uche should have done the same thing. And they can know how to do maneuver things and go there and meet Mazi Simon Ekpa and he will sign this and tell them and tell that. You see how they indict themselves. And these are the kind of people you want to be in Biafra land. Already planning on how to smuggle things on somebody who is in detention instead of going on the legal way. This is how they indict themselves. Look at what she said live before the whole world. This very statement could put her in jail in the United States. In the name of chasing Dr. Ngozi Arabweze, you put yourself in problem. In the name of chasing Dr. Ngozi Arabweze, you put yourself in trouble. This very I want Biafran to pay attention. Listen carefully. They don't know the implication of what they say. Just pay attention to this very statement. Pay attention.
Because just like Nnamdi kind of loves Uche before, who later betrayed him, Odogu has so much confidence in Uche Uche Obi. I told you, he's a foot and eye on the ground. Go through him, let him go to the attorney, and then they will give Odogu the message. I retired from the Orange County Sheriff system. I know how it works. You can even get deputies to bring in things they're not supposed to.
You did hear that?
And moreover, so I told.
You did hear that? You can make deputies bring things in that they are not supposed to. You know, these people, they don't know when they put themselves in trouble. They don't know when they put themselves in trouble. In the name of going after Biafra or chasing Dr. Ngozi Arabweze. You see how she indicted herself. This statement could put her in jail. This statement she made. She knows how it's done. And she must have done it. And she's somebody who has served in a correctional center before. Now she is trying to teach them how to do it. She's coming to Biafra to introduce how to beat security. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. May God have mercy on us.
I told her that she countered that. Whatever advice I would give her, at a point, I
thank God that she did not listen to your advice. I thank God that Dr. Ngozi Orebode did not listen to your idiotic advice. I thank God that she never listened to that stupid and foolish advice.
My hands up. I cannot keep trying to make water run uphill. And when he calls me, I decided I wasn't answering anybody anymore. I cut off everybody. Before then, I had told him, I have told Dr. Rabeze, that all these things you're doing, you know, Dogu, when he comes out, if he told you that it has to be Maziogen Kere that should continue while he's there, you doing the everyday work, you know what? Odogu doesn't care. He would disgrace everybody. And if I'm in the cabinet, he starts doing that, I will just exit. I will power down my phone. These are all things I told her. And I won't be part of the insult. Odogu is old enough. I took him as a son. Yes. I took Odogu as a son. And he has respect for me. I have respect for him. He knows when we come to the cabinet, if things are going wrong, I will say there was a time I said something. He said, oh, I don't know. Okay, even more now it's my fault. Odogu said that. Okay, from now on, we will start doing this. Yes, that's the kind of human being he is. And whenever I call him, he doesn't wait for second ring to pick it up because, you know, I don't call him unnecessarily. When I call him, he knows it is important. That's why I'm calling him. And him being taken affected me so much because I see him like my son. It affected me. And then we are not doing anything. What are we doing to get him out? When Nnamdi Kanu was taken, everybody says were protests everywhere.
Now you hear her. She now fall back to another blackmail. What are we doing to get Mazi Simon Ekpa out? To say that the government is doing nothing to get Mazi Simon Ekpa out. Compare it with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who is in the zoo. Mazi Simon Ekpa, we know the situation of his case. We know where it is going. We know where it is. We know how it's going to be gone. We know he has an attorney. And we have our own attorney reaching out. There is nothing you can do. Mazi Simon Ekpa is in a Western world where each and every one of us as an individual living in the West can go there and verify. There is no amount of protest you can do to change things in the issue of Mazi Simon Ekpa. It is not like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu case was because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped. He was kidnapped, illegally kidnapped, extraordinary rendition to Nigeria, disappeared for 8 days without seeing. It is a different scenario. Even as at now, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has no case, and yet they're holding him. Mazi Simon Ekpa, at least we know where he is. There are informations on the procedures. They told us they are investigating. Let us wait and see if the investigation begins to go the way we don't want it, or the way we don't. We will write and protest. But see how they are coming with their blackmail. Barely 3 months. Well, this is the last accusation she made, and she
people died for Nnamdi Kanu. But I see with this Odogu, it's like we are just not taking it serious at all. Is there anything we know that others don't know?
She has to answer this question because immediately we came back from declaring Biafra on the 29th of November, she disappeared in December. This is somebody who will tell you that nothing is doing. There's nothing we are doing. She disappeared from December to date. She neither participated in contribution or advised anybody to contribute or bring people to contribute. She went away completely. Neither does she talk about Biafra anymore. She says she went to talk to spirit. Then after talking to spirit, the spirit didn't even tell you how to bring Mazi Simon Ekpa out. The spirit should have told you how to bring him out or where to go and see him. He didn't. If there is anybody who will be asked whether there's something you know that we didn't know, it is you, because you disappeared into the air. Maybe there was something you know that we didn't know. If everybody have disappeared and go to sabbatical leave, the way you went sabbatical leave, will you come and begin to ask somebody a question today? If everybody have gone to leave, Deputy Prime Minister go to leave, everybody go to leave and come back, who will you be asking questions today? This woman video is very annoying and pathetic. And I don't want to continue to play because the major facts, questions, and reasons why she came with this blackmail, I mentioned it. One, she was talking about where is our money. And she nailed herself when she said the money that was contributed before Mazi Simon Ekpa was detained. She said it by herself. She was asking where is the money. And this woman know that we have a finance minister. And it is that finance minister that she's with today. So when she asked that question is supposed to be directed to the finance minister, not the COS then. Finance minister. This man went away with the treasury of the Biafran people with nothing in it. The COS started with empty treasury. So this woman that disappeared has no right to ask such questions. Her question should be directed accurately to the man she is supporting, where she is. In that platform where she was making that video, she said money that had been contributed before. I didn't say it, she said it. And he made accusation of 80,000 that was used for meeting. We say, where is the proof? Is it the COS that told you, or the person that was given the money told you? Give us the receipt, give us a proof. You made an accusation of giving Caterpillar 30 million and he ran away with it. Give us a proof, show us. None was shown. What else do Biafrans want to hear from this kind of a person? I said it yesterday as if I knew. Before you listen to somebody, judge from what they have been doing in the past. How has been their judgment in the past compared to the future? Only then and then you can know whether you will listen to some people or not. I don't want to continue on this part because I have an appointment to attend to, and I would like my beloved brothers to talk on this very issue. I still have one other video to play to conclude all these lies, but maybe I'll use that video to end this program when I'm ending it. So let me allow my brother, I can see my brother Greg there, and I can see my beloved brother Maxwell there. I want them to weigh in before I play the second video that I want to share today. And then I close the program because of my appointment I have. I have an appointment in the next 45 minutes. Go ahead, my brother Greg. Let's hear from you. Are you there, Greg?
Yes. Good morning, Jules, and my brother Max. I greet everybody. Thank God for today, the 7th day of March. May his name be praised. Thank God for Simon Ekpa and Mazi Nnamdi, and my respect to Dr. Ngozi Arabeze and all the Biafra cabinet and all the Biafrans all over the world. Blessed be the name of the Most High. Yes, my brother, choose. You know, what can we say? We want them to finish playing their last joke. You know, when you are playing what? If you bring your last card, if you bring your last card, maybe your opponent.
We are waiting for them to play the last card now. I want to see there now.
So your opponent will say, last card. You will hide your own. So maybe he will detect the one he wants to use to finish the game. He will stop you. Then you go and carry another one again.
Yes.
You start playing again until the last one finish your hand again. You do again. Last card. And then, so when you play that card, maybe he has pick 2. Then he come and tell you, say, pick 2, last card, check up. The game will finish. So, You know, it's a pity that I am a true Christian, because when we talk about Christianity, it matters the true Christian. But that's why Christ, because everybody claims to be a true Christian, but Christ himself is the only one that knows the people that worship him.
Of course.
So in our platform here, all these days we concern this matter. So some people, we are talking what they are talking and doing this. So I sent a voice message and I counter somebody what he was saying. Ihe ọ zara abụ ọ nakwere ihe ọ nakwere ya megane ya rukwe ya aka. So ndị mmadụ na-echi echichi mgbe a na-echi echichi ihe o chiri ebu ọ nakwere ihe ọ nakwere. So chief ọ nakwere ihe ọ nakwere ya sị ya rukwe ya aka. So whatever you support, let it get to you.
Yes.
And I tell them, in any man that have sound judgment, Mr. Choose, if you are my worst enemy today, and they bring your case in the table where I am, I will face that very case and that very judgment. And I will give that judgment without remembering that we are not friends and we are enemies. But must I give the right judgment? That when I go home, I will sleep. And I will know that even though that this person is my enemy, but the other person is at fault, I will tell that person that is at fault, I say, you are at fault. Even though I'm not a friend to this person, it will not deprive me from saying that he is the person that is at the right side.
Yes.
So trying to be honest and be sound in your judgment, that is what I believe. So when you come to all this gang up against this woman, my own side of it now, before I will go to this woman, is you cannot swallow everything. There is something Mazu Go 247 said yesterday. She said, if I am Dr. Ngozi Oraweze, I will play everything out now. I will show every video. And let the Biafrans know. And why must I support what Ugo 247 said? Afterwards, why was those videos recorded? Those videos was recorded in case of all these kind of things.
No, I don't support her playing it the same time because of what you just said now. You reserve your last card. I am waiting to check up now. I'm tired for you.
No, I'm not saying that you should play it now. When I say I'm because I don't want her to swallow everything. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
So both the evidences of the money they paid, like the surfaced in the Twitter yesterday, they said they will have evidence of all the money that we paid. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
And all the conversations that had kept secret in the meeting. So all those things we have recorded in case of all this type of lies that are coming against this woman. Because let me use for example, if you are a husband to this Dr. Ngozi Oraweze, or a boyfriend to this Dr. Ngozi Oraweze, and every day all this kind of false accusation, lies, abuse, and propaganda coming against your wife, coming against your friend, or against your family, how would you feel? Because why Simon Ekpan succeeded against DOS was Simon Ekpan was everything they do, everything he would do, he present evidence. Simon Ekpan didn't want DOS because he was just broadcasting. No. Simon Ekpan won DOS because he has always bring evidence and show to the Biafrans what happened, when it happened, and how it happened. So, because when you did not start showing the Biafrans all these things, majority of people will not be saved. And what are we trying to do is to make sure that we save this Biafra from this evil man and his groups. Remember that Simon Ekman told the cabinet, anytime you did not see me, ask Uche what happened. He will give you, he will tell you and tell you what to do. He will know how to move. So now, when all these things started, that Uche come in and he gave light through Dr. Ngozi Roweza. And we started moving. And all these messages, Simon Ekman never presented us to any woman as an ex-friend or wife. So these women are bringing all this message now. Simon Ekman did not present it to woman before us. So how that woman come to appear in the picture of what we are doing today is what I don't know. And as we understand that when he was called, there is a lawyer, an official lawyer, his own lawyer, that is handling his case, and which he presented to the cabinet and to Dr. Ngozi Roweza, and to this, I believe, this Ogenkere, or whatever they call him. And the other four of them that were present in that meeting. And through this lawyer, we have been getting informations. So, how Simon Ekman now abandoned his attorney that is being recognized by the Biafra government. He abandoned that attorney, and in the Uche, he presented before the cabinet and said, anytime, go and meet him. So now that Uche, because the Uche did not follow Ogenkere, message is no more coming through Uche. Message is no more coming through the attorney. Now message is coming through other people, and they want us to believe them with those women. And now from another Ramma, and now from this old woman that evilly left to the government when the government needed her advice at most. She is a deceiver. She is a pure deceiver. This old 70-something years old woman is a deceiver. Because if this woman loved Simon Ekman as she claimed, if this woman loved Simon Ekman as she claimed, immediately after that declaration, and she knew that Simon Ekman is under custody, she was not supposed to leave the cabinet because they would need her advice and her finance. But she just withdraw herself, showing that her kind of what do you call it? The person that have a different color. That is chameleon. That's a chameleon character. She just withdraw from the government, withdraw from her admin that she is, from fundraising. When you withdraw from advice, from entering the cabinet, you know what is going on. When you withdraw yourself as an admin, when you withdraw yourself from what do you call it, fundraising, which moral ground do you have to come and talk to the Biafrans? And you tell me you're an old woman, and you tell me you're a believer, and you tell me you are a freedom fighter. She is a deceiver. Nobody should take her serious. That is the perfect word to her for her.
Thank you, my brother Greg. Let's put it short so that everybody can be accommodated, because as I said, I have an appointment to attend. Okay. So at least everyone of us will take fast 2 minutes. Even if we conclude on 2 minutes, we can go around again so that everybody can talk, because we have full house now.
Okay, let me conclude in just 1 minute. So what I'm trying to say is, Look at the series they played. They said we should fall back to the, what do you call it, to brig. They played. Then if you saw what Dr. Ngozo wrote, that those people that brought those message went to the attorney to confirm such message, and the attorney told them to go back to Simon that send that message, that Simon should call him before 24 hours. And since then, nobody hear from them. Nobody call the attorney for anything. That just shows you that that message was false. So that is our people must be very, very careful. So all these lies and all these propagandas cannot stop Biafra. And tomorrow there will be fundraising and it will rain. Even people will be angry. With this anger, people will come and rain. So that, let me give my other brothers chance. If you give me another opportunity to try, I will talk.
Thank you, my brother Greg. Thank you so much, Greg. My brother Max, take the mic, please. Let's make it brief, at least 2 to 3 minutes, so that everybody can be able to speak. If we finish, we can come around again.
Okay. Thank you, Mazitux. Very, very incisive program that you have done today, debunking all the, falsehood that has been peddled. I was watching that video yesterday in Adade Rama's platform from over, it's I think about an hour, 2 hours, or 3 hours something.
I didn't have to waste my time on all those. I just picked the main point and play.
Yes, you see, Mazitux, I salute every one of you. I beg you, forgive me for that. I salute each and every one of you. May God continue to bless you. I am also having my own spirit. My spirit told me something, Mazitux. You remember the other day we were saying here, I say anybody can come out to say that, oh, spirit spoke to me. I met, so what kind of spirit are they talking about that spoke to them? Is it familiar spirit or a godly spirit? Familiar spirits are also, can speak to people, in some ways. And there is a spirit from God, the Holy Spirit, that speaks to people. I don't believe that the Holy Spirit is the one that is talking through this woman. It's a pity. 70-something years old. My mom is 88. 70-something years. 70 years old woman. And you are coming out to tell us this kind of things. I don't believe it. And I believe that every Biafran must understand the campaign of calumny. These people are all out.
Exactly.
They are all out to dirty DPM, Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Ngozi Oraboise. They are all out. And they are, anyhow they do it, you see loopholes, you see holes, you will be punching it and looking at it and, proving them wrong at all times. So, my people, do not lose hope. Don't lose hope. These things are things that are carefully orchestrated to run down the United States of Biafra. But it will not hold. You see, they should go and tell it to the Marine. Your son, there was a place he said the son, he had I
didn't have time for all those history. We don't need all those history.
Okay. You see, didn't I serve in the military? I served 18 years. I took part in 5 different wars. Why am I not have post-traumatic disorder? Why am I here today? I have never gone for any, because it was a voluntary discharge. I could not go for vacation in Lagos. I decided to pull out. Why am I not suffering from the post-traumatic disorder the soldiers have? No orientation, no nothing. But I am here fighting for my motherland. See, what you have to do, you got to do, my people. Let's rise up. Tomorrow is Saturday, Sabbath. Let's rise up and support Dr. Ngozi Oraboise. The fight and campaign of calumny against her will not fly. I am not here to insult anybody. The woman in the picture is an old woman. I will respect her as my nemoche, my mother, my second mother. But I would discard every information that she has passed. She is economical with the truth. She is not telling us the truth. This is what they have gathered, and this is what they have done. Just like the same way they brought the ex-wife of Mazi Simon Ekpa to speak. When Simon Ekpa was there with us, why didn't the ex-wife come out to speak to Biafrans? Why must she come out when the husband, former husband, is, in detention? Something is wrong somewhere. Some people want to make political gain or political score on this in order to make the United States of Biafra irrelevant. My brothers and sisters, I encourage you, stand strong, stand where you are. We are making moves. We are making moves. All their plans will not work. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much, my brother. I appreciate you for that wonderful contribution. Let us hear from Chimezie. Go ahead, Chimezie. Let's hear from you.
Watching again, and I make a learn.
No.
For the sake of people that are not hearing Igbo, I say good day, all of you, and may God bless all of you. And thing I want to add, I want to comment on people that are good in bringing message from detention. I want every Biafran from today to know that during the days of Saboteur, Biafran have instituted a custom that we will not obey any order from any detention.
No, they don't forget.
If they have forgotten, I want to remind them today. We have instituted the norms. We will not obey any order from detention because that message is on gunpoint. We will not accept it. So anybody that bringing any message from any custody, they should go back and tell Saboteur that we Biafra, we will not accept it. If you want to misunderstand me anywhere you want it, we will not accept it until it comes out. It's not today. We have been receiving messages from detention. It will not work for us. And this one will not work for us. So every Biafrans must be firm, no matter the winds, no matter the storms. It's our decision. Some people are moving based on emotion. This struggle is not about emotion. It's about doing the right thing accordingly. If you move by emotion, you will collapse on the way. And this is what is happening for some people. They thought it's all about emotion. Emotion doesn't work in freedom struggle. Nobody give you Biafra. Nobody give you freedom when you are on emotion. Emotion doesn't count. What counts is order. Order. What I mean by order, you follow the procedure. I heard when you are talking about the woman that have worked in correctional center. You see, this is the kind of mentality that these people are not supposed to be in this cabinet. We don't need this kind of myopic-minded people. How can you as somebody who have been in a government, have been opportuned to serve a public and bringing this sort of suggestion? Do you know what it means? It's very pathetic.
When she put herself in trouble, you shouldn't we do them.
This is not acceptable. I will not accept it. So they should go back and tell Saboteur that Biafrans have been a momentum. I will not accept any order from detention until it comes out. And I want to tell every Biafran to support Dr. Ngozi Alabeze. She must be supported by all costs. If she fell, we all fell. If she do well, we all do well. This is all I have to say. And so people that the spirit are talking to them, they should know this kind of spirit are talking to them. Like my brother said, every spirit can talk to you, but it depending on the spirit that you encounter. There are people that have encountered demonic spirit. And he thought of familiar spirit. See, familiar spirit is into two places. There are familiar spirits that will be on operation based on what you are doing. And there is a familiar spirit that will be on operation through your family. So this familiar spirit is calling about is the familiar spirit that is in operation based on what we are doing in this struggle. It's not every spirit that ministers to you give you light. There are ministers, even the Bible said that even the Satan disguised himself as an angel of light. So you can imagine that. It's not every spirit who will have said, anyway, I thank God for the leadership. And also thank God for a person like you that will come and scatter the table and put it the way it should be. This is the eye opener. This is the gospel. This is a church for us. And my brother, you must continue. And I say, may God bless you. No, as our brother said, we will storm this donation area tomorrow. We will storm it. And Biafran will do one. Biafran will do more. You see what will happen. You will see what will happen. May God bless Biafran.
Thank you so much, my beloved brother Chimeziem. Thank you so much for your contribution. Let's hear from our beloved sister Ojugo. After then, Akonyo with you now come in. I see you going out and in.
Okay, good morning, everybody. It's 2:05 here in US. So, my brother Chucks, thank you, and thank you so much for bringing out this. I didn't listen to it because I already I unsubscribed from Adadorama channel, and so whatever that's going on there, I don't know. But when I came back from work yesterday, my mom, she's 77, she lives with me in US here. So she said, nah. She said, I don't know what, I don't think she's understanding what she's saying. I said, I told you, stop watching Adadorama talk. It messes your brain up. I come back every day, you're complaining. So you can imagine if a woman like that is telling you that. Just by the way, when we have women that are prime minister, head of states. Italy, they have husband. All those kicks, kata comes to them. All your husband needs to do is to support you. A woman was a vice president of the United States. The husband was there. Dr. Ngozo Rapeze is the head right now of the United States of Biafra. The surrogate right now of United States of Biafra. Any partner should be the one with her. There are some other Igbo women that are up there, international level, that have husband. All your husband need to do is to stand you on that your career. That's all you need to do. And it's not a guarantee for her to come out and start playing things just to respond back. That means she have all the time on planet Earth. She don't have it. She's busy. Let them, we have media like Jukes is doing now. That's the work of our media, so that she can face what she's doing over there. There is something coming up in May in Washington, D.C. She will leave those things, organization meetings, up, down, and then she's talking about irrelevant things. Now, we are talking about making our country perfect and good. Not perfect, nothing is perfect, but at least to be better, like the ones who are looking up to. And somebody who they put as in charge of Christianity or religion,
Hey,
whatever, and whatever they is telling us here in the whole world, telling the whole world that they should smuggle something. Oh my God, goodness me. That's alone is disqualified her. That's alone. And but I think the cabinet will do something and take her up there, because that's not Christianity. That's not an advice that should come.
She's out already. She's out already.
That's not it at all. That's educating them to do bad. And you're talking about you must come out and say the truth. So this is part of the truth that you are telling her at the backyard. Is that an advice? They're not even supposed to be a counselor or a counseling or whatever. No. Because nothing good is coming out. What about have you ever thought of making that step and you are caught?
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think you would do? You will still be the one to come back and say, did I not tell you this doctor Ngota she has implicated Simon Ekpa more. The same you. Well, this is not, she will not be the last anyway. So Biafrans, my fellow Biafrans, we will be there tomorrow to shake the stage. So that next week, they will bring out another person.
Another one. They will play their last card. You're waiting for their last card this week.
They don't even need to have a last card. Anytime, every week, please, okay, and your group, bring out somebody every week. Once we bring the person out, then we'll come out in Nigwe, the one. The shake, think out, so that keep you people busy to be thinking, who next do we use?
Who next to bring?
Because you guys have no plan. You are talking, she talked about, because I just listened to the voice as you're playing it. I in my mind, anything about Adade or Rambadu is cut off. I took them off my everything on my phone. That's the way I operate. I just knock you off completely. I don't want to hear. So when you were playing it, that's when I was like, oh, is that what I don't know who came out to do?
My sister, if you listen to all the things, you get more angry. There was a place she was even talking that a woman doesn't have right to be in leadership at all. Mm-hmm. Just imagine somebody in the United States telling you that a woman is not supposed to be in leadership anywhere.
Oh my God. Seriously?
I didn't play that part now. It's very annoying. I just picked the part I have to answer her.
Like I said, I didn't listen to them, but
can I say this? Can I say just to add a little spice of what is it? Are you also speaking based on what your spirit told you?
See, I'm the type that I operate with reality, and I know my level when it comes to Catholic Church. I was once a reverend sister, and I left. So I know who I am. I went to Catholic school too, so my morale keep guiding me and my reasoning, so she is not qualified. They need to find somebody who have some knowledge when it comes to Christianity, or to at least some kind of knowledge of philosophy, theology, and or who has gone through the process of maybe either seminary school or some kind of to put there might be better. I'm saying this based on my knowledge and my own training, you know, and what I got when I went to that school, because a lot of people makes a lot of mistakes, because like me now, I can't be teaching you how to smuggle things in or things. No, it makes me feel guilty. Either you do it right and you don't do it at all. If you come to my village, they will tell you, once you mention my name, they will tell everybody know. If you want to be in a good book of me, don't lie. But they will tell you, go to my village, ask about, they will tell you. They know me. Because that's all, I won't talk about it at all. So for her to come out for that, no. For Dr. Ngozi Orapese to come out to start showing what is in the video, she don't need it. We know the truth. Chooks, I love you so much. Thank you so much for doing this line by line, so that we that didn't listen to whatever they did, at least I kind of have the knowledge, a little knowledge of what happened there, you know. So, and it was all luck. If this, she says she was advising behind, if this was the advice to Dr. Ngozi,
I thank God she didn't listen.
please, she should crush it. That is, if you, I don't know if you know how to put. Oh my goodness, my
flush it in the toilet.
I'm just disappointed in. I don't know. I so much have respect for her, because I know how much I respect my mom. Here, you know, my mom lives with me. Like I said, I respected her so much. I wasn't really. I don't know how they gave her the position, but I thought they would have put her like an advisor, but she shouldn't even be there at all, if this is her own knowledge and thinking. This spirit, I don't want to go there now to educate them on when it comes to spirit, because there are different types of spirit. But please discern very well what spirit that is talking to you, and do not lie yourself. Reflect, meditate before you come out to talk.
Exactly.
Please, Dr. Ngozi Orapese, you are a woman that are powerful women. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, where is she? She's a woman. There was the other lady that was killed, that fought Nigeria for drug, this thing, a woman. There are so many women. The head of Italy, woman. Please. And somebody in abroad is talking this way. Come on, after how many years? And let me tell you, people, the root of all this is, we always reflect back when Dr. Ngozi Orapese joined. It was a battle.
Yes.
And the battle with so many women. So some of them are still there. Some of them still have that remorse.
Have
so for any single opportunity, they zoom up. So we should always know that. So more will still come, I'm telling you. So thank you so much to Chooks and every other, all my brothers standing Kidibam here. Please, tomorrow, that stage, we need to shake it with money, money, flowing like a river tomorrow. Because I'm expecting for them to send out somebody else next week. Thank you so much.
Thank you, my beloved sister. Biafrans, you have heard. Tomorrow is going to be the highest. Shaking of the table tomorrow. It will rain with storm tomorrow. Every Biafra must be there. You must be present. No matter how little, you must be present tomorrow. Let me see the card. We'll play next week again. My brother Konyo Wetere, go ahead. Try and use shorter time because I'm rounding up now for my program. Go ahead, my brother.
Yes, well, good morning, good morning from my end. Uncle Chooks.
No.
Okay. I won't be speaking long, but I want to draw out some point and help connect the dot. Now let's start from after the declaration. How the decamping started. Ogenkere and his group moved off the original plan, which is USB, as a result of the pre-cabinet meeting you guys called before the declaration happened, that you guys told him to come and do account and present the running of his office and other things. They disagreed with Ngozi after the surrogate message was sent to the cabinet. Those first group, they decamped to Oge as a result of disagreement. Now, when Ada left USB, I want to trace the root cause. The root cause and the outburst of Ada is the behind call that she calls Ngozi to advise, not even on advisory mode, but to superimpose her opinion, of which Ngozi did not adopt. She now starts having one leg out, until the day the bill to possess arms was initiated in the cabinet meeting and passed. Because of the outburst, she was suspended. Immediately after her suspension, she now moved. But she has not declared where she is now, but she just moved. She moved away from the government. Now, trace it down to this woman yesterday, because I listened to her on the space and I bombarded them. They called me all manner of names. I bombarded them till I left. Now, the woman now, from the points I drew from all the trash that she spoke of yesterday, she said that she's been calling Ngozi, telling Ngozi on which way to go, of which Ngozi did not adopt. Have you seen? Is now the conflict of this of their agreement or their belief is as a result of Ngozi not allowing them to superimpose their own opinion on her. So I hope Biafrans are listening. Now let us make meaning from the facts. Then, and one meaning that I want to make from the facts on ground is that before Ogenkere group, they were pushing the narrative that Simon did not appoint Ngozi to lead them. Just like when Ngozi brought out that cabinet meeting, that Sonia Akra was asking, does it mean if you are not around that Ngozi should lead? That they were able to cut out and modify their own, the narrative that they are pushing. Now, this old fool, that is what I called her yesterday, this self-praiser, she always come to tell us how many of his sons that are in military in US. They want us to, they want Biafra to contribute money and send to the boys at homeland to go and fight the soldiers. Now you that have countless number of sons in US Army, why can't you tell one of those of your sons to come down and fight? I'm not trying to maybe make the fight a joke, but I'm telling her, Ndi machara fancha, yes, kenu ya, even goza mahem, kumi alata na libo, with all those praises that join ya. You can't handle that side. Now, when the woman, and they've been making that notion, they've been pushing that notion that the Ngozi did not want to obeyed the order that they should fall back, but she obeyed the order of surrogate. But initially, they disagreed. They did not agree that there was any order from Simon that Ngozi should be the surrogate. I don't know if our listeners and their listeners are getting this, like call it minute points of mine. When you now sit back on yourself and think, remove biasness and use your common sense to analyze the trend of the happening, you now see that these people are power mongers, deceivers, people with a crook intention, but they now present themselves as the savior, and that has been the problem that's been dragging this struggle backwards. Now, I now move away from that. Let me conclude with this point now. Since last year, that Ogenkere group affirms and keep reaffirming with all their propaganda that they are the right channel. What is still keeping them on their mats? Why are they not setting? Has the whistle not been blown for them to start the race? Or does it mean that people following Ngozi are the one keeping them at the spot? Because that is what it means. You say Ngozi is leading us astray. Simon did say that DOS is leading us astray. But he did not stop only on informing us that DOS is leading us astray. He put in action.
Yes.
Both gathering people outside and making impact in the homeland. But you people now is over 3 months. Video kuno la banyika. Ale bunde mado. Unewere mbubunde ale bunde mado blame ni ne push you to Ngozi. Uno so no on the right track. Cause the difference now. Ko am I a fool? Cause the difference is the chalk and the sorogi. Can was in on the right standing. Almost any mark come from on ground. Only one is not on the right standing in leso. Go ahead and make your mark, your indelible mark. Hapu propaganda. But cha mba. Gaba mba. Abo money believe. I do say the layman understanding of madness is when you move forward, you come back. That is my own little definition of insanity. These guys, they are insane. And every Biafran that is listening to me or is hearing my voice, I want you to put bias by the side, put emotion by the side, because these two things will not get us anywhere. Kaunu no na online akonu e pull video. You are from Abuni pull video ebe dingozi na ngozi la copulate. Le pull gas in video. Nigeria the busy le rope Simon. E declare go Southeast Nine as terrorist financier. Simon #1 and 16 other names. Unu online as power. As to keep the structure of Simon. Hapo. Ihunu kwesiri ime. Now, I don't know who and that Dorama are pushing for unity. But we were on this platform when we were not doing saga. We were on this platform trying to prove a point, trying to educate people the reason why we should come back, the reason why we choose not to follow Ogenkere. But you people have not put out any reason other than anybody got against your narrative. One of the guys said that I would die. I said, no problem. I welcome it. He called me a fool. I said, who? He says, me and my family. I said, no problem. I am fine. We've not died yet. Have not made any mark. Biko, ozimu to them today, Biko, anamayoha. Ungwa Biko, unuje ruwazioro. Happen Ngozi and the follower of Ngozi. For the fact that Simon Anapta all the followers of DOS, I am sure nunu sanity in your brain by eating na unu crush the followers of Ngozi before they make a move. Unu le mo now. Unu bobo mumu. Because Simon ha pro DOS move likes of Chamaka join Simon, both with superior argument, superior point. So I'm admonishing them this morning. Now it is okay. Ngozi is the Sabo. Ngozi is the one that will lead us to hellfire. And over time, Ndilezi Uzioma Jesus, they have no be from kingdom of darkness to their own kingdom. Because Anama you now you check and the bunyu this morning. Gunu continue lazy boto Zioma in case okunuji. Mebeze ni ha ga-afụ n'anya. Because ebe ọchịchị nweta onwe Biafra bụzi ha ga-afụla anya. Onye pụta na we no be them. Mere Simon ji nọrọ ebe ọ nọ today. Ngozi apụtasị na ya achọghị ime na we no be them. But ka ndị ala eme werezi aka ha na-edi ha ala ede. Onweghị nke afọrọ. Unu jisizie n'ike. Ndị bụ agbakpoli ime ha gbuo. Apụtara oju onye na-egbu. Unu biko unu gaala ihu hapụzie na anyị. Ọ bụzie na Ngozi duru anyị to point of no return. Unu enweta the Biafra nọrọ mmanụ. Chibanụ unu. Because ekpere unu bụ na anyị ncha ga-ahụcha na ya ga-abatala Biafra. Good and fine. We have accepted our fate. You people should go on and leave us to be, leave Ngozi to be. Because more of those people, these guys, they will still cross carpet too. People will not understand. Nigeria has dealt with many people. So I need here for others to contribute.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Time is short. I'm running out of time. And let me allow Christian, my brother Christian, let's hear from you. Let's hear from you. Today there is not much time. I have an appointment, just rushing out.
Okay. Well, I don't really, to be honest with you, because I have the opportunity, I thought that I say hello to you guys, just to encourage everyone to continue to do what they do. If there was a program, but I don't know, I didn't see it, I didn't follow it. So I'm just picking bit by bit. That I don't know. It's hard for me, and you don't have much time. So obviously, I can overhead that maybe they are saying that that PM is passing instruction to. I don't know if that is the case, but that don't make sense. It doesn't even make sense to say that PM who is incarcerated, I suppose, is passing because come on now, you cannot. How can I put it? We've been here before, so if it's obvious, and these guys, they're not making. There's no convincing evidence or argument to make me shift position. So far, till now, there are mere blackmails and allegations, so nothing convincing. If anybody chooses to follow them, well, it's on you, because like I said, no, until they show me convincing evidence, I don't do nothing. Absolutely, it doesn't make sense. When PM come, our prayer and everything is that he will come out soon enough. We know part of the consequences of him being incarcerated, just like we had with Nnamdi too. But we did not take instruction from him. How can you take instruction from somebody who is in that position? It doesn't make sense. So what you can do is you move on. So we are moving on with Ngozi Rabeze, and for me, I think she just have to work a little bit harder, because to be honest with you, it might sound somehow when I say it that she's in a unique position that is even maybe way better than Nnamdi had, or even our PM Samonekba had. I may not want to begin to elaborate on this, but trust me, if she can just open her eyes and put in a little bit more effort, everybody will fall in line. In as soon as possible time, people will just queue behind her, because she's just in this unique time now that everything she's doing, and if you just push a little bit harder, she will be right there as the front runner for now. So that is all I can say, my brother. My greetings to everybody. I think I see Brahmas there. Akonye with her and everybody. So, my brother, have a nice day, and whatever you be doing, later on. Yeah.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you for making it happen. I'm very sorry for everybody that I'm just rushing it out. It pains me because this program is supposed to be something. For me, I'm ready to go. This kind of program is supposed to go on for 10 hours to make sure we nail it out, but I can't be able to do it. Maybe I will repeat it again tomorrow. We will still go back to it again tomorrow, but I have a very important thing that I have to attend to. So, but before I leave now, I want us to listen to this very video. We go home with it. And when, after this video play, every one of us will take 1 minute and speak. Then I will leave. And I want everyone to pay attention. On this very video that is going to play now, this very video now answers a very significant question. This very video, our Deputy Prime Minister released this video yesterday. It was released yesterday. I want you to listen very, very closely. Every single one of us, listen closely to this very video. Most of you must have seen it. Many people have seen it. But tomorrow we are going to digest the video, even though the video is self-explanatory. But this video is why you are seeing what you are seeing today. And just like my brother Greg said initially, that Dr. Ngozi should release the information so that people will see. I love the style she's using. When she throw one, people will go to sleep. Wait for them. They wake up. They come again. You throw one. We go to. I tell you, there's one last card we are waiting, and that last card they're going to play it. You see this? You sponsor people on the ground. You didn't sponsor. You did this. Every single thing our deputy prime minister is doing, there is an evidence. It is not like them that come and make accusation. Oh, you give this with 80 million. You give it on that time. There are evidence to prove. Biafrans, have patience. Let us watch this video. By tomorrow, we will come back to this program and we'll still repeat this very video and we'll talk about it. I see my brother Darren. Is it a brother also? I saw somebody just gave us a support on this platform. Darren, thank you so much, Darren, for that support. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. We appreciate you for that amazing support you have just given us. May Chukwu replenish you. We appreciate. Thank you so much, Darren. So let us listen to this very video.
Thank you so much. And thank you to the currency department. On that note, we go to the next agenda we have for the meeting today. We have the announcement of the Committee for Bridge Structure.
By the way, this is a cabinet meeting that was held before the declaration of the restoration of Biafra. In preparation for that declaration, in preparation for what is about to come, I want you to pay attention. Listen closely.
Very post declaration by our Prime Minister. Here.
All right, thank you very much, the COS. Today, as we get closer to the declaration of the restoration of independent state of Biafra, we are making sure that we are hitting the ground running, putting every mechanism in place. And of course, as that is happening, we put a necessary structure that is not yet in place. The declaration of Biafra in Finland will spark international discussion. The international discussion is going to spark is the one that will shake the entire world. So, Odeshi has been activated. So we can stand shaking. I am telling you the fact. Odeshi has been activated. Because the discussion, like the police told me here, Simon, do you know that this is going to spark a very big international discussion? I say that's exactly what I'm looking for. If it didn't happen, it means we didn't do it right. They went ahead to ask me, do you know that the president is going to make? I said that is what I'm looking for. Anyway, let us continue. So on this note, I will be announcing a committee for the structure of the Biafra government after declaration. And everyone who have worked with me from the beginning till now will know how I work. I work in a very mysterious way. I can have different group of people working on the same project, and they don't know each other. And nobody knows that somebody else is working on the same project. I don't know whether, some of you may have known that.
Yes.
So that's how I do my own things. So, but on this note, I will be announcing a new committee that will be working on the structure of government. And the person to head this committee will be Dr. Dorothy. Dorothy, are you here? Dorothy. Anthony?
Unmute yourself.
Dorothy, Anthony, if you are here, can you unmute yourself and say, yes, I am here?
Oh, hold on once. I think unmute. Okay, go ahead and unmute now. You can unmute now.
Yes.
All right, Dorothy, you are going to head the committee for the Brigade structure that will take place immediately after the declaration in Finland. Do you have any problem heading this committee?
No, Prime Minister, His Excellency.
All right. In addition to Dorothy, members of this committee will be Paul Adinam. Paul Adinam, are you here?
Yes, Paul? Yes, I'm right here, sir.
Honorable Paul, you are going to be part of the committee that will work on the structure of the brigade. Do you have any problem being part of the committee?
No, PM. No, sir.
Do you have any problem working under Dorothy?
No, absolutely not. No, sir.
Thank you very much. The next person in this committee will be Honorable Uche, European Rep. Honorable Uche, are you here? Honorable Uche, are you here? If you are here, can you unmute yourself? If you cannot unmute yourself, raise your hand so we know, so they can ask you to unmute. Honorable Uche, are you here?
Honorable Uche, Maz Uche, I can see him. Unmute yourself, Uche. He's muted. Maz Uche, unmute yourself.
Maybe he's not close to the system. So somebody can beep him. Somebody get to him, please.
Okay, let me try and see. He earlier said that he might be busy at work. So
okay, all right.
Yeah,
then that's understandable. So Uche, and then the next person will be Honorable Dr. Ngozi Orabeze, the COS. Do you have any problem being part of this committee?
No, Your Excellency.
Do you have any problem working under Dorothy?
No, Your Excellency.
All right. So these names that have been mentioned now will be working on the brigade structure, and they will be presented to the government on the declaration of the restoration of independence of Biafra. I wish you all good luck. I don't want to settle fight.
I hope you have had it. I want us to, I didn't have much time to elaborate on this, but tomorrow we are still going to play this video. This video answers a lot of questions. This is the committee that Mazi Simon Ekpa himself permitted to carry on and build the structure that you are seeing today. What you are doing today, this is where Mazi Simon Ekpa handed over the power. And when you listen from the beginning, Mazi Simon Ekpa sensed danger when he went to tell the Finnish authority about the declaration of Biafra. There was something he said, but I will not have time to go through all that. Wow, I'm already having a call. I'm not sure we can be able to have it. Please, can we do this tomorrow? We'll do this tomorrow. Tomorrow we will continue on this program and we'll finish up. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate everybody that have joined us. Tomorrow we have more to say and speak of. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate every one of you, and we'll see you again tomorrow by the grace of Chukwu Kabiama. And my beloved sister Ojugo, I thank you so much for your support. My sister Ojugo, thank you so much for your support. My fellow Biafrans, see you again tomorrow. From there, we will continue and we will take this war to the enemy. And I bet you we are going to finish them. Thank you so much and stay blessed.
Of resistance, fighting not only against the Nigerian government, but against the world.
If you do not believe in what we are doing, then you better get out. We're not going to stop.
Going to lower the flag of Nigeria.